So, last week on the Wenches of Waydora, Season 4, Episode 8, my recap for this in my notes says play Wenches of Waydora theme, and then nothing else. So, who would like to give us a recap for some inspiration dice?
Me!
I was about to say Valdrik.
Excellent. Go ahead,
Mine
Valdrik.
is the very...
Do your best.
I literally just felt like I was in school just now. I was like, my heart sank. Like, please don't call on me.
I'm so scared.
I was gonna call on someone if no one volunteered, but I
that's
knew
literally
our notes.
Thank God,
No, it's
Valdrik
about
for
to be
volunteering
me.
in the class.
All right, wenches.
All I wrote last week was the date, so yeah, I have no notes. All I did was the date.
Honestly, I
Wenches.
think same.
The episode last week, the Winds of Waydora, though we all know it's called the Wenches of Waydora. The episode last week is called Full Send, and you might think that should have been the name of last episode, but nay, it is not a full send unless you do it willingly, and I feel very, very seldom, if any of us, actually fell off of that ship willingly the last session. So we absolutely sent it off the edge of the tush, just plummeting safely towards the ground below. Safely is the key word here. We cast fly, everything was great, floated all to the ground. It was very, very majestic. Nick Jonas and his dragon were there too. It was really, really sick. I'm not going to say the word that I was going to insert there, and that is written in my notes, but it was very sick. We catch sight of this frozen lake in the distance. The Lake of Legends, supposedly, because it is sitting at a precipical peak of this mountain, just really defying physics in all sorts of really grand ways. So we land, and off we trot, and we find our first Fey crossing to Genesis. It is a frozen lake. You know, we do some dilly-dallies here and there, a little investigation. Anya sees that the ladder has some burn marks on it. She's got a very, very big brain in her skull because she goes, maybe we gotta go down, and people have been casting flames here. I was rubbing the lake. The whole lake at once became void of snow, and down in the midst of the water, we see the most beautiful face. By we, I mean me. I said, oh my god, a beautiful woman. Anya's like, we're not about that right now. We're trying to find the portal in the Feywild, which we do by casting Burning Hands right next to the ladder. We crawl down into the water after Calliope casts water breathing on us, of course, so no drowning can happen. We get to the middle of the lake. There's a massive portal. We all try to grab each other, and by all I do mean mostly the wussies of the group. We all try to grab each other. It doesn't really work out. We all go tumbling into the Feywild. Let me tell you the first thing I noticed about the Feywild, everyone. It is golden hour there all the time. My skin has never looked better. Have you seen it? It's fantastic. We're having a fantastic time. We come out the other side into golden hour. You know, the Feywild is a really dangerous place. I know that. You know that. We all know that. If you don't know that, do your research. You never know when you're going to get sucked into the fucking Feywild. So we take a long rest. It's very important to us. We get our beauty sleep. We arise the next morning to Solara talking about strange noises coming from the lake. I hear it too. Little giggle, little hee hee hee, and not in like a fun way, in like a somebody's laughing at you because you've got something on your pants and they won't tell you about it. That kind of way. Not very nice. I leave the bubble. As soon as I leave, my shoelaces untied, fall on my fucking face. Let me tell you, there's like one creature that I know that does shit like that. It's chaotic, evil. It's not fantastic. It's called a quickling. Very, very tiny. I think you could just... But that's morally and ethically probably not sound. But, again, digress. The beautiful woman, the one from the frozen lake before, she emerges from the lake on the other side. I go, hello, hello. She comes gliding over to us. Very stunning. I don't know if she's deaf. I don't know if she doesn't understand what the fuck I'm saying, but it was a very awkward exchange. I tried. No conversation happened. It was no great. Then we hear crazy noises in the distance. Different noises than we heard in the library, but the same sort of boom, bad sound. And the beautiful mute woman takes us all into the lake to hide at the bottom. And last time, we saw all these cloaked figures standing on the edge of the lake above us, looking, no doubt, for us.
You just very much gave Tim Curry at the end of Clue running through...
Yeah. 1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
And
Yeah.
she wasn't reading it. She's not reading. She's literally just off her
She
mind.
lived it like once or twice, and then just continued to roll with
I had
it.
to check my names.
Well done.
I loved them.
Well done.
Welcome in Valdrik's. Welcome.
I may or may not do this more often, so Amber, tonight might not be your night, but prepare yourself. The teacher will
no.
call on you at some point. It helps you
I'm
kind of
like-
break the ice and
Yeah,
get loose.
Yeah, I'm like, anyways, so I drew a forest.
Yeah.
That's in my recap.
Be on it.
Literally, we got like literally, like there's a lake there. I drew the trees.
Oh my
But
gosh.
look at how beautiful that lake was.
I know. I popped off.
Amazing.
This feels really fitting for all of our characters, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
So Lauren just brought a pretty picture. Valdrik's got a whole
The
play-by-play.
The lore.
Anya just has the date written
Lord.
down. Nothing there.
The date.
Just the date.
I
Just
have
the
we
date.
made it to Genesis. That's all.
We made it to Genesis. The too long didn't read edition from Calliope. We made it. We did it, you
It's
guys.
just the facts all the time.
Yeah.
Facts only.
We
made
did it.
Nobody
Congratulations.
died. There wasn't a big battle. It's fine, right?
It's fine. This is definitely totally safe and okay. Chris
This-
definitely didn't roll 20 die at the beginning of this.
Yep.
The start of every episode. It's
And I'm
someone else's character.
Totally not fading in scary music right now.
Oh no.
Oh wait, we're still in the bottom of the lake, right? Or do we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in reeds.
You are in the bottom of the lake under
We passed the
these.
stealth check.
Yes, under these massive exotic plant leaves of various neon colors, hiding with the mysterious woman that has ushered you all into the lake. And Xander and Xerxes. So these figures are standing on the edge, just kind of looking out. The main one kind of surveying the area. It's hard to tell from the depths of the water much detail, but you just kind of see these wavy figures of cloaked different browns and grays, but the center one is in like a black cloak.
Move. But I'm just gonna like gently say to the woman next to me, I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck are those?
Okay. It comes out as and yeah. You guys are using your gills to breathe. You still have a couple hours left on your water breathing spell,
Think about that.
which feels, very strange inhaling water. You kind of have a mental panic at first whenever you guys did it initially, but as the cold washes through your lungs, you get used to it. But yeah, you're not able to really communicate down here underwater. So you guys are just kind of chilling.
Let's see what the fuck those things are doing.
Yeah. What are the guys above us doing?
Is
Just
the
standing
lady
there?
next to me moving?
Lady looks petrified, just kind of like making herself as small as possible, not moving an inch.
Okay, yeah. Probably big same. I mean, unless I'm looking at Anya and Anya's giving indicators for like charge. I'm not moving.
The black cloak figure starts going like this, and the two on the figure's left and the right kind of fan out around the lake and slowly are surveying the area. Some looking out over the lake, some looking out in the surrounding area, kneeling down, trying to pick up different sense clues.
How many of them are there again?
There's five figures that you were able to see at this point.
I don't like that you just said that. Yeah, not ideal.
You guys watch a little bit longer as all of a sudden the figure in the middle cocks his head to one side as if he like catches something, cocks it again, looks down seemingly directly at you, and then all of a sudden shoots out his arm, and there, as if almost teleporting or appearing there out of thin air, is the quickling that you guys saw briefly, and he has it by the neck. And now the quickling, it's this little feet. It's picked up the quickling, and the quickling is struggling now, kicking him like over and over and over again, like rapid fire kicking this figure, and he kind of extends his arms so that his feet can't reach him anymore. And he like brings him closer. It looks like he's now looking at this quickling.
Have they said anything, or has it all been hand gestures?
You guys are underwater. You cannot
You
hear
can tell.
anything that's going on the surface. Yeah. You can kind of make out muffled noises here and there, some high-pitched squeals from the quickling, some lower tones from the figures, the middle one, some grunts, but yeah, other than that, I mean, you guys are underwater. He motions for one of the other figures to come by, and the other figure, looks like it's cloaked billows and like almost extends out and just like starts tying up the quickling all in one motion, so that its arms and legs are now restrained, and a rock shakes as it comes out of the ground, and you all kind of rumble in the after effects of it, and he sits the quickling down on the rock, and looks like he pulls out some sort of blade and gets real close to its face, and then you hear the muffled tones again.
Do I have any spell that can, like, hold on, talk to everybody in their minds?
Other than
Great.
like speaking, I don't think I have anything.
I'm gonna look at Anya and cast message. Oh no, I can't.
Is that verbal?
It's a verbal, yeah.
Yeah, I think
so
s-
sending.
Thanks, McGee.
Is sending
Underwater
verbal
is
too? Dang.
Yeah. What the heck?
Underwater's no good for spells.
Yeah. There's really, there's not really. Is okay. I guess looking around then, is it just the bottom of the lake? There's no like passages or
Make
tunnels.
make a perception check.
Okay. 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 Plus. It's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking around, and it's a pretty wide lake, probably maybe 100 feet in diameter, same exact size that you guys saw in the material world of the frozen lake. And what you didn't notice before in the material world, because of all the snow and the covering, you now notice in the Feywild version of this lake, you do see a passage coming to the lake. It's like a short waterfall that leads to a stream, and it looks like a river is leading to this lake, and you kind of can see the current moving through that little opening as the mysterious girl that's hiding with you all is now keeping eyes on the figures and slowly floating over. Not swimming, she's not treading water at all. She somehow is just like gliding along the floor of the lake over towards the entrance.
Can we attempt to follow her? Stealthily?
Yeah, I'm
Stealthy?
I'm like
Can we be under the water?
hold her
I'm
hand.
just really scared.
We start a train.
This,
God.
yeah, this would be another stealth check to see how well because you guys would be treading water to do this. But yeah, you can all, anyone who wants to follow her, go ahead and make a stealth
Are we
check.
following?
Okay.
Oh God.
I got a
I'm not
15.
good. I'm not good at this.
I got a
You got
16.
this.
Oh,
Okay.
you got an 18.
Woo!
You're the stealthiest of all so far.
15, 16, 18.
Yeah.
Okay, I will roll.
We can
for...
just assume Charlotte would be high.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and roll for Xander Xerxes.
Hopefully they didn't fuck it up.
Let's see.
Xerxes kind of gives fumbling buffoon
No.
in the way that Nox did.
I was about to say, I was like, don't give nuts. These guys.
Let's see. Okay, Charlotte said Tristan's crying, so she's gonna switch to her phone. Meanwhile, Xander rolled 16 total for Xander and 22 total for Xerxes.
Oh my God, Xerxes, I take it back.
Yeah, just dragon floats. Yeah, I'll wait for Charlotte.
Intense music. I'm a little worried that they're interrogating the chaotic evil quickling and he's immediately gonna be like, because he for sure saw us go down here.
Oh, we
Or
gotta.
he's just gonna fuck with them because he's chaotic evil.
That's true. That's true. Or maybe they'll just kill it, you know?
Yeah, I think they're gonna kill it, like, regardless.
Yeah, I think either
By
way.
they give.
I don't think.
Give me the information or not, you're dead.
Can we see their faces?
They are, all of their cloaks are up over their head and mostly covering their faces. So you really don't see much through the blurry water. But I do need to wait for Charlotte's stealth roll. You guys can kind of start thinking about what else you want to do. But there is a river that leads into this lake.
Be very afraid.
I'm pretty scared.
I don't like it.
Pretty scared.
We have such little communication under the ground too. Like we gotta get out of this area so that we can come up. Maybe.
Yeah, if we get attacked, I'm fucked.
You have full health now.
I do have full health.
Yeah, you're
I also have no spells that work under. All I have is 2 daggers and 2 poison darts.
Well, we're gonna have to go out there and fight them anyway. And I can cast fly up. You can fly above it.
Oh, that would work. I can fly above while casting fireball on people.
Like, yeah, every single spell I have is purple.
Yeah.
LOL.
Oh.
LOL.
Yeah, the last time I looked at my spells, they were all vertical spells. I was like, that is unfortunate.
Okay. Charlotte, do you have your dice?
Okay, question. Yep,
Okay.
yep. I gotta roll a stealth roll. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Would being underwater negate my disadvantage on stealth with my armor?
Yes, we discussed that last week.
Okay, I forgot what we said.
So everyone's floating towards this opening in the lake, this river that Solara noticed.
25.
25. Okay.
Well worth the wait.
Alright, so you all begin to slowly crawl along the base of the lake floor, keeping an eye up at these figures who are now kind of surrounding the lake, fanning out a bit, but still mostly maintaining a close distance. You see one of them starts running, and you realize there's another one on the dock and is looking down. Oh no, I'm sorry, the dock isn't there, but it's looking down where the dock was. If you remember the dock with the scorch mark in the material world, it's looking down where that dock was, and the other one is running. It seems to be called over to go check it out, and so now the two of them are kind of looking at that area. You kind of lose sight of another one of them, and then the main figure is still interrogating. All this is happening while you guys are slowly creeping along the lake floor. and there is a bit of a dip from the 10 to 20 feet of depth of the lake to where this river mouth opening is. It's like a waterfall that kind of falls down, so it's a pretty shallow transition from lake to river, and might be tricky to transition underwater. So, but you all make it, and yeah, I think at that point the mysterious girl was first, so she is going to, with her fluid movement through water, she has advantage on stealth. Ooh, natural 20. Vanishes before your eyes, just like as if you're trying to track like a minnow in the water, and you put your finger in the water, all of a sudden the minnow's gone. It's like zips right through and up the river and just vanishes from sight. So now what do you guys want to do? Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Obviously follow her path, maybe. Unless she, do we think she vanished back to the frozen side of the lake? Like maybe this is the exit? God, I don't know. Valdrik would probably just proceed towards
I would. Yeah, you should just continue.
where she just vanished.
I feel like I would feel like just point in the direction that I saw the thing. Like just that way.
Okay. All right. Let's. So, are you all trying to follow her down the river? Okay. Let's do another stealth roll.
Boy.
Yeah,
Alright, Chris is like, I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to decide if I want to keep your stealth roll from before, but it is a different movement from crawling along the base of a lake to transitioning to a river.
24.
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
Xander and Xerxes.
I got a 12.
Damn it, Clivey.
Okay, look. The 18 was a miracle from before.
That's true.
I only have a +3.
Anya?
22.
22.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we're fine.
Xander and Xerxes, 10 and 11.
Oh my god.
Not as high at this time. But no one under 10.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We love
So,
that.
you all,
So
one by
stressed.
one, just, you find a nice, like, sturdy rock underwater, and you're able to push yourself through the current. It's not like a gushing crazy waterfall, but it is enough to kind of provide resistance, and you're able to push yourself forward as you glide your chest barely over the floor of the river, the rock bed of this river. And you all kind of, you see, whoever was going first, maybe Valdrik, kind of find this rock and launch yourself forward, and you all kind of use the same idea. You shake it once or twice, make sure it's sturdy, and then launch yourself. And you kind of flip over to check as you're gliding up this river, and it doesn't seem like anyone has seen you. But you do turn around to see the black figure now like crouched down in the face of this quickling who looks about half his size. It extends its fist into just this giant pillar of rock, looks back at the quickling and just clubs it, smacks over the face, and the quickling, like a wet dog, shakes his head, appears to still be alive, but like very quick blurred movement, and you kind of just hear high-pitched squeals muffled through the water. But you all make it to the river, and you're making distance, you're creating distance now between you and these figures. I would say you've passed a good amount of stealth checks to clear yourself from the situation. They don't appear to have seen you, heard you, or followed you. But that you kind of look forward, and that mystery girl is moving, cruising up this river, just a dart, arms at the side, just ducking and weaving.
Low down mystery woman.
There comes another fork in the river, and she takes a right. So I guess at that point you could either...
Are we fully following this lady?
She knows more than we do.
Yeah,
Why are you so scared?
Basically might have saved our lives.
Yeah, what the fuck are those things? I'm following her.
Or, you know, or she's gonna trick us.
Or she's tricking us into eating us, but then in which case Anya takes out her sunblade.
Either way, it's
Those are the two options.
So,
Yeah.
fight the 5 guys behind us, or possibly fight the one thing ahead of us.
Fight Five Guys Burgers and Fries with a beautiful mermaid.
Alright, follow.
Really fast, considering she wants us to follow her.
I don't think she wants us to follow her. I think we just are at this point. She did save us, though, and she is really pretty.
She is. Okay, so you guys clear the danger, the current danger.
The spooky music.
Yeah, you clear the spooky music, and let's find some not spooky music.
The rest of this.
You're able to now come up at the surface of this river, and just kind of start swimming normally as you try your best to keep up. And yeah, everyone make an athletics roll now.
Can't tell you the amount of times Mina has said "damn it" behind me.
You're picking all the shit that I'm bad at.
Oh my
Did you
god.
say athletics?
Really, a good one.
I have a 1.
Did you say 45?
25.
Oh my gosh.
I got
I was
a
like-
22.
Plus 25. Too.
Yeah, like that's insane. I got 21.
Oh my god, I got a 19.
We're so athletic, you guys.
You guys are
Obviously.
so built.
I rolled an 18. I only have a +1 to athletics.
Yeah, I
Okay.
rolled a 19 on the die. I was like, nice.
12 for Xander and 21 for Xerxes, as Xerxes is
Let's
making
go.
easy work.
Yeah.
We're so athletic.
Yeah, Xander's kind
I
of
throw mocking eyes at Xander.
he
Because
is
I don't just live in a library.
he is lagging behind. Not sure if he's not great at swimming or if he's just not conditioned, but this is taking its toll on him. And you eventually get around the bend to where you think that she went, and you see her now standing at the edge of the riverbed. Once again, materializing this water dress to cover her as she wrings out her blue hair, and the water that it is wringing out just kind of absorbs back into her dress, and she holds out her arm at whoever rolled the highest. Probably Anya is probably there first. Holds out her arm at
Will you
Anya.
speak now? Holds out her arm,
Yeah,
like
you're-
to shake.
to help you out of the river. She's
Oh,
out of the
okay,
river.
alright.
You are in the river.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Gives you her arm.
I'll grab it and
Rips
climb
it
up.
off.
Okay.
Offers it to you. You're like, nice. Nobody's ever offered me a body part before.
It is
Willingly.
cold yet refreshing to the touch, as it almost just envelops you with water.
Skin of a killer.
She pulls you out.
Do you speak now?
Are you saying this in common?
Oh, yeah, she probably... I mean...
Probably Sylvan here.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I know a lot. I don't know Sylvan.
What the fuck, Anya?
Anya is not
I
a
know
very
Deep
vocal
Siege.
kind of person. Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's fair.
I
She's
know
speaking to
Undercommon.
demons and gnomes.
And I know Draconic, but Sylvan I do not know. Yeah, I'll say in common. Might as well.
Okay.
Sylvan, because you spoke Sylvan to it earlier, right?
She
Valdrik?
didn't say shit to me earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried
So
Sylvan
might as well
very
try
first.
another language. I don't know.
Yeah, she helps you out, but just kind of has this glassy look over her eyes. Doesn't seem to respond. And the rest of you are now making your way up and out of the river.
Can I and Sylvan be like, thank you so much for saving us from whatever the fuck that was?
You're welcome, she responds in Sylvan.
Ooh.
And it's this very elegant, traditional language that you know. It's like speaking in cursive.
Wow, that's so
It
fucking
just
fancy.
sounds...
And I sound like the absolute scum of the earth over here, whipping out every F-bomb I can in Sylvan. You speak, and that is so awesome, and makes things so much easier. Not that I don't love a game of charades. Who are you?
I am what they call the Anomaly.
I love titles. Okay.
Who
The
do you
Anomaly.
call yourself?
We call ourselves the Wenches of Waydora. I personally go by many names. You can call me Val.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Val.
Question.
You're not from here, are you?
No. No. We came through a portal. A really pretty nifty portal. And are here on a quest that does not involve getting hunted and eaten by black cloaked figures, which, speaking of, what were they?
Earth elementals. And they were not hunting you. They were hunting me. And I'm sorry you have been in that... You were put in that position. But you come at a very trying time for Genesis and the Feywild. There's an elemental war going on here.
Okay. That's not ideal. I'm assuming you would be a water elemental, maybe? Are you?
Of sorts, yes.
Okay.
Partly.
I'm gonna lean towards Valdrik because I'm listening to this. I speak Sylvan. And I was going to be like, ask her if she knows an elemental named Hezeron. I think that's how you say his name.
You ask her.
I don't want to ask her. I don't trust myself to talk to this face.
She's beautiful. She's
Okay.
fine.
I'm gonna lean around Valdrik though and look at her and go, hello, would you know an elemental named Hezeron? I'm speaking in Sylvan.
Okay. She looks from Valdrik to Calliope. Hello. What was the name that you just said?
Hezeron? I could be pronouncing that wrong.
Hezron is the...
Hezeron? Thank you.
Hezron, yep. Hezron, you say?
Yeah.
And she kind of gives you all a once-over. What are you all looking for Hezron for? If I may ask.
I was told he might have something that belongs to me.
belongs to you in the Feywild.
Yes.
Are you Fey? Or Fey-born?
So distantly.
Very small lady.
And what is it that you seek from Hezron?
I'm gonna turn to Valdrik and raise my hands a little, like, do I tell her?
Yeah, go ahead.
Turn back and be like, I had my memories taken and they were sent and given to him as far as the person who took them was aware. They ended up with him.
Interesting. Ironic, even. In that the Feywild causes such memories to be lost. And here you are searching for yours. I know of Hezron. He is good people. He is from Vori, and the ice elementals that live there. Suppose I can take him to you, so long as you all protect me in my journey. You see, I'm not exactly supposed to be here either.
Yeah. Two quick questions. Just real quick. First of all, elemental war sounds bad. What are they warring about? Just in general? Just little hatred, little hate war?
You've never been to the Feywild, have you?
Not that I can remember very well.
You see, there are two courts in the Feywild, led by two queens. One queen calls herself Titania. She leads the summer court of the Seelie Fae. The other, the Queen of Air and Darkness. And she leads the Unseelie Fae of the Gloaming Court. For a time, and she begins walking, not really looking back to see if you all are following, and she just starts talking.
Yeah, following. I'd like to translate this for Anya and Solara as we walk too, just like kind of to the side and comment as we go.
Okay. She picks up on what you're doing and allows a little bit more of a pause in between what she's saying and lets you finish your translation before continuing politely. As she says, for a time, these courts have experienced peace, have experienced love, even hate sometimes. But now they seem to be at a crossroads to which point has led to several small battles around the Feywild, and one very large one in Genesis, which has started this war of the elements. They do not like each other right now. It is, like I said, a very dangerous time to be in the Feywild.
Okay. Definitely with that. And you are called the Anomaly, and you fit in here in a place where you yourself have said you don't belong and are in danger because...
Let's just say I'm not really wanted anywhere. I don't have a good answer for you, but my kind are not looked upon with any sort of love or peace, more shunned by all the elements.
Okay. Shunned sounds right up our alley for allies, truly.
Have we asked her if she's about the people who chased us into the lake yet?
She said they were earth elementals.
Okay.
Okay. And just so we're clear on good guys, bad guys from where we're standing right now, bad elementals that will smash our head in with rocks. Earth elementals. Any more that we should be aware of? Are we fighting all elementals? Or are they all coming for you?
It depends on your view of morality, of course.
Loose.
What you might call bad, some might perceive as good.
Okay. Right. Well, sounds to me like we need to go and speak to Hezron, and then we can, just dilly-dally on our ways, right? Or help you in whatever way we can. Well, we're here. You seem very nice. You did save our lives. I prefer my face to not be smashed in with a rock.
It seems we are of like interest then. For that while I'm not seeking Hezron, I am seeking the safe haven that is Vori and their people. So I suppose I could be your guide and lead you to Vori.
That would be really lovely. Would love that.
There's no telling what state Vori is in. It could be up in a plume of flames, for all we know.
Really hoping that's not the case. Yeah, I turn and communicate all of this to the group at large, and just kind of be like, she did save our lives, and she knows apparently where Hezron is. Seems like a good deal.
The only sort of lead that we have.
Yeah. And she's got a cool name. I think we should all start going by just really cool code names. We don't have to talk about that now, but I think that we should. Anyway, yeah. I turn back to the Anomaly and be like, yeah, no, we love that idea. Road trip through the Feywilds.
It is not to be traveled lightly. In fact, it is odd that you are here for memories. These must be pretty important memories. And she looks over at Calliope.
I'm hoping so. I don't know what's in them.
Even if they are important, what will your future change if you are gathering facts about the past?
Don't know. I want to know why they were taken in the first place. Mostly.
Just curious. Well, I suppose I won't pry much more. Shall we? And she begins leading the way
Yeah.
through this rainforest-like landscape that surrounds the river that you all just climbed out of. And she kind of stops for a second, closes her eyes, as if trying to sense like the direction. The canopy here is so thick that it's hard to tell. You can't even see the sky from here. It's pretty dim, dimly lit, and she all of a sudden turns into this like fog, like mist and whirlwind, and shoots up above the canopy, and you lose sight of her for 10 seconds, 20, 30 seconds before she comes back down, forms back into her normal self, and kind of smooths her water dress out with her hands, and points dawnward, and points the opposite direction of the sunset.
Okay. Downward.
Dawnward, as in dawn.
Downward. Gotcha.
Yes, dawnward, for the sun rises on Vori. And she kind of says it with a smirk. Alright, she leads you guys on. It's, like I said, the same kind of landscape that you guys were traveling over as you were headed to the frozen lake. These kind of jagged mountains interlocking with each other, of just uneven landscape. You're still traveling at like the same angle, but now instead of snowy mountains, it's this vibrant rainforest-like surrounding. The air around you is well, it feels much better than being almost frostbitten on those snowy mountains. There are dancing orbs of lights all over. From the horizon, you can see just all sorts of colored lights, different greens and blues of shades of these trees. You hear once in a while some strange howls in the distance that don't sound otherworldly as you travel on. Once in a while you'll see this ball of light in the distance, and you get closer to it and you realize it's this big fat firefly, and it starts flying away, and you notice a couple more fat fireflies just floating around as best they can. And she eventually leads you all to this clearing, and you guys climb up farther and farther up this ridge, and you get to this edge, and you look out, and you are out of the rainforest at this point. After traveling for what could have been hours, minutes, days, you're not really sure. You kind of stop and think, like, wow, my legs are sore. We must have been traveling for... And then you're like, how long have we been traveling for? It starts... Your time starts to get screwy in your head. But you look out over this ridge and over this field, and the field is... just looks... change the view here to this one. A two-parted just land of destruction. There's no trees, there's nothing but spots of scattered fires, pockets of fires all over the place that kind of scatter this one side, and then on the other side it looks like this large storm cloud, and you realize it's thundering in the distance, and the clouds are blackened and grayed, contrasting with just the regular light from the sunset on the other side. It looks really unnatural, but it looks like these two parted sides that just go on for miles and miles and miles. And in the distance you see more mountains, more mountain peaks on the opposite side.
Can I haven't really yet. Can I do a vibe check on the anomaly?
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
I was like, what has happened? 18 plus 6 plus 2 because my jack of all trades, so 18 plus 8 is 26.
Okay. Come join me in D&D private.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll send you a text. I will send you a text. Mina's gonna go pee anyway.
Okay.
That's crazy.
You just in your what are you trying to find out, I guess? What are you trying to know?
The more we walk, the more uncomfortable I'm becoming with. Valdrik's going through Feywild in her head and all the possible scenarios. I'm just looking for, like, is what she's saying true? Is she guiding us maybe to our death? What are her intentions? Like, I'm genuinely doing, like, a vibe check. Valdrik, typical vibe check on the anomaly. Weird that she gets a title like that.
Yeah, she definitely seems interested in your business, just with all her questions, with the way that she walks and interacts with the world. I mean, obviously with all the water and the mist form, she fits right in. Like, this is the Feywild. She appears to be some sort of elemental with these changes going on. She seems like she is from here, but the way that she walks and the way that she interacts with the world, it's as if she's here for the first time, and like has either never been here before or it's been a long time since she's been here. And you guys saw her come right out of the lake. I mean, you do recognize her as the same face that you saw in the frozen lake. So there's something going on. Like, she just kind of, like, once in a while she'll stop and smell the roses. Literally, she'll grab like a leaf and just kind of close her eyes, inhale, slight smile. It just seems like she knows where she's going, or at least she's very confident in where she's going.
Do I feel like this person is possessed in some way? Based on that information, do I feel like this is... Because I don't have true sight anymore. I was gonna say, do I feel like this is some sort of disguise? But I guess that's the same question. Do I feel like it's something in her brain or body that's walking around in her skin suit? Is probably the creepiest way I can put that.
You're not sure if possession, but she definitely does seem aloof. Like, you know, once in a while, she might just look like past you, or almost looks like she's looking through you.
Can I detect thoughts on her while we're walking? I'm trying to be as stealthy as I possibly can about it. So if I can't do it in a stealthy way, or if I think if I'm about to do it, it's gonna be bad, then I wouldn't. But
sure. And then this will be the last thing, and we'll get back to the group.
Okay. Just because, like, I'm hip. As long as we're not being led to, like, be weirdly harvested. What do I need to roll for that?
Detect thoughts. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, you learn the surface thoughts of the creature, whatever it has on its mind at the moment. You can probe deeper, but it will make a saving throw to find you out. So if you're trying to, like, 100% stay hidden, So I guess I'll tell you the surface level thoughts first, and then you can decide if you want to probe deeper. Yeah, she is. You just get this general sense of nostalgia. Like she's like, yes, every time, like once in a while, she'll walk past something, and just feels like she's getting a sense of nostalgia. There's also some fear initially, and it seems like she keeps trying to push the fear out. And focus. Nostalgia, fear, and focus are her surface level thoughts. Do you want to probe deeper?
Oh God. The problem is I would and fuck.
Oh, it finds out either way, whether it fails or succeeds. So if it fails, you probe successfully. If it succeeds, the spell ends, and either way, it knows that you probe.
Oh no. So I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't.
Yes.
But she won't feel it if I just got her surface level. It's just if I probe her.
Correct. You want to probe or not?
No, I don't. I don't want to like offend her because I don't know.
All right, let's head back.
Okay.
All right.
Well.
Alright, I had to reshare my music, but here we are. Charlotte, are you back with us? And then you can tell Mina to come back too.
Oh, yeah. Great. Super good.
I guess now's a good time. Okay, Charlotte is back. Alright.
Before we take a PP break or something,
Yeah.
I want to cast message to Anya. I'm gonna be so quiet about it. I'm looking to be the most stealthy I've ever been in my life.
Okay. You point your finger and whisper.
I'm gonna like cash point my finger though. Like I'm gonna start off by doing some like karaoke moves while I'm walking around, like normal Valdrik movements, and I'm just gonna like surreptitiously point at her, so that I'm not like, witch in the middle of the woods.
It is. It specifically says the target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna like surreptitiously point to Anya and be like, because message I only get a certain number of words, right? Oh, it's infinite. Cool.
Yeah, I think it's
But it's not like the ones we've been sending.
one action. So let's see. It's a cantrip. Yeah, it's infinite, essentially.
Yeah, I'm gonna point to her and be like, hey, don't make it weird, and definitely don't draw attention to it. But I'm not entirely sure that our host is like fully our host, if that makes sense. I'm getting really like, I don't know, weird vibes from her. Not in a like I'm gonna kill you way, but more in like a maybe what's going on up here in her head is not who she is in her body. Does that make sense? It feels like she's been here before, but like a long time ago. Not like, oh, I was just in the lake and I know how to traverse the forests. It's just the general vibe that I'm getting. Also, she seems like she's very afraid, which I guess kind of goes along with what she's told us, and just like really intense focus to not feel the fear. Just saying, we definitely should, more so than before, maybe be on our guard. I'm a little scared, not gonna lie, but don't freak out.
You're muted, Charlotte. But you look great.
You look great, babe.
I don't know what any of that means, but target's locked even more than before.
Target's locked, loaded. Valdrik gives a double thumbs up. Yeah. While we're walking, I'm just gonna be like, so Anomaly, where do you come from? Here? Definitely here, recently? Like you live here?
I am from here, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I swallowed water and it went down my lung, so if
Yeah,
her
it
voice
sounds pretty
changes,
cool though.
if her voice changes, it's just because she's out of breath or something.
She's giving water vibes. She's giving water.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right. And you... Oh. Okay. And you don't have a name? You're just called the Anomaly?
That's what they have called me.
They.
So that is what I am.
Okay. They
Does
being
that
just the
name
general
sound
public.
familiar at all? Like,
Yeah.
can I do a history check on it? Could I have possibly read a book?
If you get a natural 20, I'll tell you something. I'll put it that way.
Oh, fuck.
Only those who are proficient in history. If you roll a natural 20.
Wait, shit, am I I am, thank the Lord.
I'm not, you're lucky. I was taking out my D20 die.
You're
My
not-
lucky one.
You're College of Lore Bard and you're not proficient in history?
I
That
am not
is
proficient in history.
not a nat 20, so never mind. I tried.
Okay.
I'm a performer.
Yeah, you
It was
knows
a
a lot of
19,
stuff.
though.
Okay. Oh, 19. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, no, does not ring a bell. You try
You just
to
gotta save quick.
recall.
Yeah. Can we just redo that?
Reload the save.
You do have, so for your giving of the recap, I will allow you to have one reroll, so one d20, and inspiration in the form of a d20, only for this session though, so it has to be used up by the end of the session. So it's not like other inspiration die that I give you that you can stack and you can have up to 3. Which I don't think any of you ever used yours that I give you, but...
I don't have any, so...
I have 4.
I
It's-
see
I
how
have
it
one.
is.
If there's one thing I'm gonna do, it's inspire myself as much as humanly possible. I have a
For
lot
sure.
of inspiration points.
You have 4
Um,
inspiration
To be
points?
fair, I only
Yeah.
have bardic inspiration.
Okay, you can only have a max of 3, so just get rid of whatever the lowest die is.
Okay.
Because I remember I changed it to it's kind of like Bardic Inspo, where like if you do something, it's kind of cool, I'll give you a D4 that you can add to something. But if you do something super cool, I'll give you like a D12, and then anywhere in between. And you can have up to 3 hoarding.
Like I do really cool things all the time, but that's okay.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Charlotte, you should have a D10 inspiration for jumping on the back of a dragon. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Retroactively.
I agree with that.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Retroactive inspo point.
Yeah.
As Anya walks, she actually just inspires herself with the memory.
Yeah.
You know what? That was a great time. Did I almost die? Yeah, but did I? No, not today.
That's all that matters.
Dang. Do we want to take a quick potty break?
Yeah, we can quick
All right.
body.
5 minutes, ladies.
Gives me time to think about.
Yeah, it gives you guys time to think about what conversations, because we'll say these conversations would happen before you get to the ridge. So, think about what you want to talk about. What you want to
God. Okay. Great.
do. BRB.
Thrilled.
All right. So, gathering back. If you haven't already clicked on the stream, I have it shared again. The only drawback from switching to D&D private, but here we are. You guys were traveling on your way to this ridge, and we're kind of retroactively going through some conversations that you guys wanted to maybe have with each other or with the various NPCs that you're traveling with, Xander, Xerxes, and the Anomaly. We kind of went through the sending message. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about or do as you walk through this magical plane of fairy?
I'm like thinking. I would truly just be like, whatever Valdrik thinks. I have no idea where we're going.
So I was like, why am I here?
Yeah. No, why, but like, I mean, we need to go towards Hezron. So,
Real quick, I know it's been a while since the Northwind Library, but do you actually all know why you're here? So you're here to get back Clappy's memories, but there's also another reason from the lore that you guys got from the books, the ancient texts. I had to remind Charlotte a couple days ago.
The ring.
So,
Is it about the rings that can defeat Beatrice?
the rings? Yes.
Okay.
So keep that in the back of your mind.
I did make many notes about this.
Good. Charlie, you mean?
Yeah, there are 4 elemental rings. And I think isn't only one of them supposed to be rumored to be in the Feywild?
Yeah, it's possible that I wrote that.
I can't remember. That is in my brain though for some reason. I don't think they'd have all 4 of them in one place.
It's like the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, could be. Okay. So yeah, just keep that in the back of your mind though. You're hunting down the 4 elemental rings, and now you've just heard of this elemental war that's going on between these 2 courts of Seelie and Unseelie Fae.
Is the Anomaly wearing a ring?
Give me a perception check.
$22.
She seems to be wearing quite a bit of jewelry that almost like weaves in and out of her clothing. Like it almost feels like it's attached to her at some points. Some rings, some bracelets. But yeah, you get a glimpse of some jewelry that she's wearing.
Were there pictures in the books on what the elemental rings looked like?
There were not. I think it was more fabled descriptions.
Oh. Okay. In the back of my mind.
But yeah, she's openly. She doesn't have gloves on or anything, but her hands are openly swaying as she walks, kind of aloof. She's giving Luna vibes. Luna Lovegood to the rest of the group without any sort of insight check.
How old are you, Anomaly?
She just laughs. Kind of chuckles.
Okay. Really great. That's good. Okay. That's all I've got.
I suppose if I knew my age, I wouldn't be the anomaly.
Do you know much about yourself?
Of course I know myself. As much as you know yourself.
That's what I really don't say a lot. Okay.
Continue on?
Yeah.
Alright. To the ridge, she brings you to the scene again of the pockets of fire on one side and the stormy region of the other side, unnaturally contrasting with each other. Bless you, Charlotte. She kind of turns around and says, "This is the only way through to Vori. It seems that the war has found itself here. Luckily for us, she kind of looks over her shoulder again. This seems to be the aftermath. And from what I can gather, we will need to fight our way through. So it's your choice. Phoenix or Elder Tempest? Elder Tempest. She says it very offhand. Phoenix or Elder Tempest?
Okay. You talking about elementals? Either we're fighting fire elementals or we're fighting storm elementals? Is that right?
They are both elementals, yes. The
Okay.
Elder Tempest of the storm below, or the elemental creature known as the Phoenix. Which would you prefer?
It sounds annoying to have to fight. Okay. Anya?
Can't use fireball and fire elementals.
That's so valid. Okay. We would love to fight a storm elemental. I, for one, never have. I know Anya loves a new trophy. Do elementals have teeth?
Wait,
We're gonna
question
find
for
out.
the game.
Mm-hmm.
Question for... was there 4 rings we had to get?
Yes.
Okay. And do we know exactly which type? Or there's just 4 rings?
One for each element. You did read about earth, fire, wind, and water.
I'll have to go back in my notes for that.
Okay. And there's like 4 rings to rule them all. We have to find like the 4 rings, right? There's not like every elemental has them. We just have to kill like one of each, and from what we could tell. Okay, just checking.
Talks about the rings of elements.
So choose your path. Both elementals are byproducts, merely byproducts of the war that took place here. Obviously, much more dangerous situation than what is left, but there is still what is left.
Well, wait, if we go through the fire, then we can maybe get the fire ring. Maybe they would have it, whereas the storm elementals, that's not one of the 4.
They could have wind though.
Yeah, they could have the wind.
I beg your pardon. Ring?
We can go
so
through the
now you
fire.
speak common.
Are you saying that in common?
Only
don't
me and
speak
Valdrik speak Sylvan.
Yeah.
So Anya, you said that in common?
Yes, I don't know Sylvan.
Okay.
So anything I say will be in common.
She responds in Sylvan, and you don't understand what she says, but Clappy and Valdrik hear that what she asked about a ring.
Nothing.
We're just really interested in trophies. We like trophies. Trophies from lore.
She likes teeth.
I, for one, I
Anya
collect
likes
so many teeth.
Are we not calling her out on her lies of pretending to not speak common?
Definitely lots of teeth. Noticed that you understood what she was saying. Super duper. Love that. Will make communication easier. How do you know common? And also, why not speak it?
I have unfortunately spent enough time in your world. And though I cannot speak it, I can understand most. She says back in Sylvan.
Okay. She says she's eavesdropping like we would do in a tavern. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. super duper. I think that we're gonna go for the Elder Tempest. Because that sounds better. Our wizard uses fire, so if it's a fight that we're coming up against, we'd rather not fight fire with fire.
The Elder Tempest, it is.
Tally-ho.
After you.
Okay.
And there's a bit of a decline that kind of curves down that you guys can kind of slide down, climb down comfortably. So you all head... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, are Xander and Xerxes just following behind us quietly?
They are. They're all kind of... They're both just taking it in. Letting you guys lead the way.
If she wants us to lead, then we need to get in marching order. I don't know where she falls in the marching order, but...
Do we want her in the... I don't...
She can stand behind Xander and Xerxes all she wants.
Yeah, at the very back.
I'll lead.
Oh, I won't take part in the festivities. And she once again turns into mist form. And...
That seems really unfair.
turns into a cloud of dust, gust of wind.
Did you do that
and
to the rest of us?
floats over. Ignores anything that anyone says. Just floats right over.
It's giving something, right? Something... It's odd.
There's some screws loose up there.
Yeah.
Shoot lightning.
Not a fun kind of like jingly rattly way like mine. Okay. You know, she didn't answer a question about the age either. That was weird.
Well, maybe she just stopped counting at one point.
That's kind of my concern.
That she's like super old.
Yeah. I'm just a little concerned just across the board. Got a lot of concerns. Mostly
A lot of red flags.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, should we be traveling around with titles? I gave her my nickname because I don't believe in giving your names to anyone in the Feywild, but also, you know?
I don't think we should give out any names here, really.
Say.
Just make up names.
Yeah. What's your name? Scrawl. Yeah. What's your name? Pagfoot. That's good. Alright. Well.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's fucking go kill Elder Tempest.
Alright. You walk down, and there is... Where the two regions meet, well, as you are overlooking on the ridge, you see that it probably goes on for about 6 miles from where you are to where you're trying to get, and then width-wise, it's as far as you can see. You kind of make your way down, and down the center is just a wall of just chaotic rock and water and ice and snow and all just bits of dust, all just kind of combining and falling to pieces just chaotically. I say a wall, but it's more like it's just ever moving up and down, left and right, for probably about half a mile's width, and you don't go anywhere near there because going anywhere close to that would be certain death of stray rocks and debris catching you all up in the whirlwind and eventually swallowing you whole to the elements. You have enough sense to stay away from the wall, and you choose to go to the clouded side, and sure enough, it is windy as balls, and you're going through what starts out as rain droplets. As you travel further and further through this stormy cloud, almost like right before a twister is about to touch down, like in Kansas, like dark clouds above you. What starts out as rain droplets begin swirling and hitting harder until they turn into sleet, and eventually now like snow darts of snowflakes. swirling around as you go closer and closer, and you're right now right in the thick of it, to the point where it may be a good idea to put some of those furs back on, which you probably have taken off from the warmness that was the lake when you entered. Right back to that cold bite again. And sure enough, you get close enough to see the eye of this storm, and it's just a swirling swirl of blackened and grayed billows of cloud that spiral up into like one like long spiral, starting at the bottom thin and just getting thicker and thicker as it goes up. Every maybe 10 feet you see wings kind of sprouting from this thing, like big long feathery like angel-like wings that are various shades of white and gray and black, that shoot out from this tempest, this the body, and then all along the way there's lightning bolts that are crackling down as you get closer, and snow is still whipping and shooting out from this thing. This is the terrifying storm known as the Elder Tempest. It just looks like a long serpent, and you hear it not only start to thunder and crackle with lightning, with the occasional, scattered flapping of wings, but you hear this, as you get closer, you hear this ear-piercing scream come from the head of it as it notices you all. And we'll go ahead and roll initiative, even if we won't finish combat here. But go ahead and roll initiative as you guys all hear this crazy scream. And we will do, let's see, that seems like a good one.
Oh my god. Okay, so... I got an 11.
Yep. 14.
Oh,
30,
yeah.
20.
I got a 7.
Killing it. Get those low rolls out of the way when they don't
Classic.
matter. Classic Calliope.
So long as your fireball is big and bad.
I think Fireball is dexterity. Is it an actual roll to hit?
Valdrik, what'd you get? 14?
Dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20. Anya got the 14.
Yup.
Okay. Okay. And then Solar, you got 11, Clappy 7.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I need, before we begin, I want to give you guys the chance to kind of approach this thing how you think you would approach this cloud. Around you, there's maybe some rocks and boulders that could provide cover, and I'll provide a map here in a second, but I want to figure out how you guys would approach this marching order. Who's going where? Are you guys surrounding it? How do you want to approach it?
I would
I'm making a
immediately
beeline
cast.
straight for it.
Okay.
Yeah, she is.
So that way it targets me. I've got to get up on it to use my sunblade anyway, so I am like direct line towards it. Hopefully it won't attack all of you. It'll go for me instead.
I'm gonna drop back towards Calliope so that I am in range of touch.
Okay. Give me
Can
one
I
second.
cast a spell on this?
Give me 1 second.
Get in the way. First thing I want to do beforehand is cast Mage Armor.
That's a good call, Calliope.
But I want to know if it will count if I can do it before my round in combat, so I don't have to. I feel like we have enough warning and he hasn't attacked yet.
Man, this would be really cool to have a mini for, but alas, I do not.
I have a question for you, Chris.
Uh-huh. Actually, one more second.
He's sticking his head.
He looks crazy right now. And he's just like... maniacally searching the room.
Yeah. Really.
We did D&D in person on Saturday, so we had all this stuff set up over there.
Chris,
Yes.
do I have enough time before we get close to catch mage armor on myself?
Yeah.
Like, do I see it with enough time to do that first?
Yeah, I would say so. And you know, like, you're going into combat, so it would be feasible that you would prepare yourself with that.
I would like to do that, please.
Alright.
Can I cast fly on her also before we enter combat?
Sure. I'll let each of you do one action that would prepare yourselves, whether that's a spell or any non-lethal, like, action.
Don't die.
Don't die. What does that mean?
I'm gonna give
You know, I'm gonna just cast Bless on Anya, Valdrik, and...
Yes! We've been
Oh
blessed.
no, I've already used mine. Never mind. I was about to end there's no wall. I'm waiting for a walled room, Charlotte, because I'm casting spider climb on you.
Spider.
So that you can climb up walls and drop down on top of shit.
Spider on ya, truly.
Can I climb a storm elemental?
I don't think so. I think specifically.
Would be pretty cool if you could, though. I'm
would
just
be
gonna
really
send
fun.
you the fly
Okay.
spell, Mina, so that you can see it.
So you said...
Would the storm elemental count as a vertical surface?
As a
He
what?
do be going up.
The storm elemental is represented by this cloth.
Holy wow.
Is it a vertical surface, Chris?
Is it vertical though?
It's as chaotic as this cloth. Yeah, so we'll say that. Valdrik, you were hanging back to touch Calliope. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I gave her a quick fly smack on the ass, like you do.
Okay.
Just a quick smack on the ass.
Alright.
Well, I hasn't been smacked on the ass by you before, I don't think.
I hope you enjoy it.
Okay.
I hope it's good for you.
Xerxes assumes dragon form. Xander hops on him, and they both kind of crawl, or Xerxes crawls forward around, kind of creeps around to the left. Anya, you're going straight forward. Solara, where do you want to be?
You know what? I will stay... like, between Anya and the group. If I can be. You know?
Okay.
But not with Anya, but behind her, maybe like 20 feet. I don't know.
Behind
No,
that.
I think that's the right answer.
Okay, right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I guess you can't really see that, can you?
I trust you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's about 20 feet. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, now let me drop
Looks
some
super
rocks.
duper.
Obviously, this is very last minute, but there's not much on this. It's a battlefield. There's a lot of dead bodies, a lot of skulls, a lot of rocky formations, death and decay. And these rocks are ranging from 5 feet tall to 20 feet tall, maybe. Okay. So, top of the order, we have Valdrik.
He is not the storm elemental. Okay. Good.
Right before it screams, you're able to act.
Okay. Unfortunately, though we are able to use fire magic, most of Valdrik's bard spells are storm-based. So that's a little not great. Not metal. Do I feel like this would work? Give me just a second. I'm just... Fuck me. I might just try to buff Anya, because I don't even know what to cast on this dude or what he's gonna do. I'll tell you what I am gonna do very first. I'm gonna move away from my position next to anybody. I want to give as much space between me and everybody else as possible. Because as a user of Chain Lightning myself, I don't particularly trust him not to AoE on us if we're all that close. I do want to give him a wide berth, but I also want to cast, I think, Heroism on Dear Anya if I can find... Yeah. Oh, wait, okay, so scratch that. Before I try to move away, where is Anya? Is she the one at the very front?
Yep, right here.
Charging in. How far is she from me?
From you, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
25 feet?
Yep.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna run over to her. Just give her a little quick squeeze on her ass. And cast Heroism on her.
Okay. What's that?
I'll whisper something. Be like, be so brave because I am about to shit my pants. A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery until the spell ends. The creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your charisma modifier. My charisma modifier being 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, your pre-combat action was to cast Fly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this will be is Heroism in action?
Yes. I just hang on. I find. Unless I don't. Sorry, my spellbook has been torn apart by a toddler, so she does her best. Okay. Yeah, it's one action.
Okay. All right, and you have 10 feet of movement left. If you would like.
Yeah,
to
I want to back away from her and everybody else. I don't want to back up towards anybody, so I'd probably go to the right.
Okay.
And then go ahead and unleash Sevenfer and have him fly the max distance he can, which is 30 feet towards the storm elemental. I don't know what schmack damage will do to a potentially non-corporeal being, but
Okay. Summon
might as well put him out there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I guess it's taking up that hex, so you're technically adjacent.
Go ahead and have him take a swing if he's adjacent.
Alright, go for it.
It is tipped in silver, I always say that. Okay, 17 to hit.
17. You summon the sword, it flies forward, and it goes to swipe.
Nothing there.
And as it swipes at one of the wings flap, and it just barely misses the wing. So 17 does not hit.
17 not hitting is super shucky. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Yep, it is a serpentine-like cylindrical sword, like a storm, kind of like a coil snake going up into the sky. Gargantuan in body. I did forget to put Xander in here, and I realized that his initiative roll is at advantage with a +6, so naturally he got a 22. So from now on he'll go first in combat, but he'll go ahead and take his turn now. So Xerxes' speed is, let's see, supple wings. I can use dash as a bonus, so if I want, 60 flight. 40. We'll go there and hit him with the old breath attack. Need to make a Dex saving throw for the Elder Tempest. That is going to be a 20 on the save. So he does save it, but he will take half of 15d6 of acid. Just grab all the d6. All the d6. Well, 24 points of acid to the beast.
So he takes acid damage. That's good to know, because I genuinely don't know what storm elementals are like all immune to. Susceptible to.
Yeah, it does seem like all of it went through as Xerxes once again takes flight. Xander holding onto the saddle, and it just regurgitates this red torrent of acid rain that comes down on top of the elemental.
Acid rain.
Acid rain. Okay, amazing. After
What's the song this week?
After its turn, it is going to use its legendary action to scream. There is a blast of thunder and lightning that shoots out into a line 300 feet long and 20 feet wide. It's going to go straight, a beam of just thunder and lightning, straight down this line. It's going to hit, let's see. We'll go Sevenfer, Anya, Solara are going to be affected by this. Which I don't. How does Sevenfer work? Like if he's attacked?
Do not remember what we decided upon, or if we ever actually decided upon that. I don't mind him being just a spirit weapon. He is corporeal though. He's just a sword with a magic spell on it.
Okay. Well, this specifically says objects in that area take a straight 4d10 thunder damage, which it is a siege monster, so damage to objects and structures are doubled. So it would take, without even rolling, about an average of 44 points of damage, which is probably going to destroy Sevenfer.
Oh my god.
Sevenfer swipe, miss, and just a scream of thunder and lightning, just this funnel of 20-foot diameter long funnel, shoots Sevenfer back. Sevenfer, in the initial blast, shatters into several pieces, and the shards go straight back
No.
to Anya and Solara. Anya and Solara,
Oh no.
I need you both to make dexterity saving throws, please.
There's no like attack.
It's
just saving throws.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's...
I got a 16.
Okay. If you all have inspiration, remember, now would be a good time. You can add that inspiration die to your saving throw if you would like. If you don't think a 16 would succeed, etc., etc.
Okay.
Which...
What was it? Is it a D6?
It depends what I assigned to you from past sessions, which you would have to keep track of. But I would say, Solara, you'd at least have 1d6. I should give you an inspiration for finding that escape route from the earth elemental. So you have at least 1d6 if you would like to use it in this situation.
I rolled a 19.
I meant to say that earlier. But okay, so you have a 19 total, Anya?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you both a chance to decide if you want to use inspiration.
Oh no, I feel like I need to.
I know, that's how I feel.
You can only use one die per roll, by the way. You can't like stack all three on one roll.
Please.
Oh, I forgot the moves in there. Xerxes, their remaining movements.
Okay, I got a 4 on that one, so it'd be a 20. 30-20.
Okay. Charlotte?
Keeping my 19.
Keeping your 19, okay. Alright. A 20 and a 19 are both fails.
Arnar.
R&R.
Dude, what?
So you each take...
I'm gonna be so fucked.
You need to fly up into the sky next round. Give yourself there.
Okay.
Oh no.
Trying to decide how I want to play this. Because you guys get flung back 60 feet. But I don't have 60 feet of map to play with. So we will just say you're 60 feet back. You don't necessarily collide with an object, you just kind of fly back into the earth. So you're technically supposed to take 1d6 per 10 feet flung, but I'll cut that in half because you're hitting the ground still, so it's gonna hurt, but you're not exactly. So it's gonna be 3d6. So you're gonna take 15 thunder damage plus 9 points of bludgeoning for a total of 24. Both of you take 24 points of damage. And I believe you're both knocked prone.
Huh.
Wait, wasn't I... Am I immune to prone or no? From what Valdrik cast on me? Is it heroism?
Yeah, heroism. It's immune to being frightened.
Okay.
You're heroic, but you can still get blasted. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a legendary action, and now it's going to take its actual turn in the turn order. So what is it going to do? It's going to... going to move itself after throwing you all forward, move closer to you all. It can move 120 feet, so I'm just going to plop it here. And from there, you hear a loud crack of energy from the dark clouds above, and its lightning bolts start streaking down at chaos and random. Everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, man, again.
Including Xander and Xerxes.
Please no.
Do we scum save this? I don't know about this, guys.
Yeah.
Quick, save right here.
Save.
24.
I got a 15.
I cannot
Again.
believe Sevenfer just got
Keep rolling so
destroyed,
well.
dude.
We'll get another one. We'll name it Sevenfer.
8-4.
No,
8-5.
Sevenfer. There you go.
Instead of 7-4, 8-5.
That took me way too long to figure out.
It's too soon.
Sorry.
Didn't you get it from Mojo?
Yeah.
You go back to the circus and talk to Mojo and be like, oh, we need a bigger, better one.
Alright, I need everyone's rolls again.
24.
Okay.
17.
Okay. Solara and
Hi.
Clappy.
I had a 15.
And Clappy.
I had 16.
Okay.
Not right.
Anya, Clappy, and Solara, you each take 26 points of lightning
Oh, God.
damage.
I need to get in the sky.
Oh, I'm
Flappy.
wait, I am
Sure, that's gonna
resistant to
help.
lightning, so do I take half damage?
You are resistant to lightning, so this will be 13 for you.
Okay.
Valdrik, you also take 13, succeeding with your 24.
Beautiful.
However, Solara, you were the only one far enough away from the DC, low enough on your roll, that you are now stunned for your next turn.
Like getting electrocuted.
Yeah, so let me...
Oh god.
I don't have my
You love
conditions
that.
over here.
Alright,
Over
well.
there.
I'm useless, these guys.
Also, Xander and Xerxes also failed miserably and are both stunned. Let's see here. Stun. Incapacitated, can't move, can't speak. Automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. Attacks against the creature have advantage.
Oh boy.
Incapacitation means can't take actions or reactions. Okay, so you basically miss your next turn.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So.
Alright, guys. Like 38 points.
I don't know about this, guys.
I'm at
I just don't think
43.
we should scum save this.
You guys are
I
funny.
don't think you'll let us.
You guys are so funny.
These, Chris.
Sorry, I'm doing a little math here for my boys. Okay. Luckily for you guys, it's out of legendary actions and actions for this round, so this thing is done for this round. Anya, you're up.
Alright, I'm inside of it. I'm like, it's around me.
You are near it. It pretty much flew up on you after launching you, so you're now near it
Okay.
again. I know you're off the map, but you're prone, so you have to spend half your movement to get up.
Do I have enough? Oh, can I... Wait. Is Misty Step a bonus action?
I believe so.
Yes.
It
Okay.
is in
So
Baldur's Gate.
I will say you are 15 feet away from it, so you could stand up.
okay. So
walk. Yeah, you are close.
okay, I'll do that.
Same
Okay.
as Solara.
I can't see very well.
Okay, you get flung back, electrocuted, but your draconic armor of the ancient bronze dragon seems to deflect off most of the damage. You shake it off and do like a hero pose as you slide on one knee in the dust, look up, and start dashing forward. Your sunblade ignites, I'm assuming, and flecks of snow dot it, and with each one, steam hisses off of the sunblade. What would you like to do?
Ooh, I'm gonna attack with my
Yes.
sunblade.
Do it.
Okay. 27 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 16 damage.
Okay.
Second attack.
This is all radiant.
Ooh. Yeah, 29 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. 20 damage.
Okay. So 36 total.
Third attack. Yep. It's gonna be a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
And 14 damage.
So 50. 50 total damage. Nicely done.
And I'm gonna action surge while I'm here. And the
Nice.
dice rolls are good.
Nicely done. The dice rolls
Okay.
are flowing.
They really, the lowest attack I've rolled is a 14.
Yeah.
27 to hit.
That will hit.
15 damage.
Okay.
29 to hit.
That'll hit. Surely.
14 damage. And last one. Oh my gosh. 27 to hit.
Yeah.
11 damage.
Start calling you Matt Kramer.
When
from
I
the
tell you I
Dawnbringer book.
rolled when I tell you I rolled like a 14, a 16, and an 18, and then when I action searched, I rolled those same three just in different order.
Wow. Nicely done.
It's the decorative tray from Target.
It really is.
Gosh. Okay,
Good
mark,
luck, Trey.
mark it off as Anya, superhero pose, ignites, looks up at the thing on one knee, ignites the sunblade, and charges forward, and just 6 attacks straight towards the gut of this serpentine tempest, slicing at both wing and body alike. Plumes of smoke and cloud shooting off with each strike as every single one, all 6 hit. I think that's it for you unless you have a bonus.
Yeah, I want to do my life harvest thing,
Okay.
but I'm trying to hang on. I'm trying to find my. There it is. Okay. Yeah, and it was once per long rest, bonus action. I can steal 1d6 of health. So.
Okay.
All right, it's not much, but. Okay, yeah, I'm done.
So are you rolling a d6?
Oh yeah, I rolled a 3, and I
Oh.
healed 3 hit points back.
So it
Yeah.
it siphons 3 from the Elder Tempest.
Well,
right?
I don't know. It says once after at least 6 damage is dealt, deal 1d6. So the way that I read that is I've done all this damage, and then I just get to take some of the damage I've already done to heal me, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It says steal 1d6 of health. I don't know. I think it was a Chris invention. So.
Yeah, it is a Chris invention. The way that reads, what was past Chris thinking in this moment is what we're all trying to decide here.
Okay.
So I think what past Chris was thinking, the way that reads is, you have to steal at least 6 damage because the thought is you're hurting it. But then it says steal 1d6. Stealing means you're healing, but you're also taking from. So I would I would give you the 3. Was it necrotic?
I don't know.
Okay, you should write necrotic because past Chris did not, and it's a necrotic thing.
Okay.
So, write steals 1d6. Just amend it to steal an additional 1d6 of necrotic damage. Oh, past Chris.
Oh, crass.
Okay, cool. So, necrotic surge goes through this massive serpentine cloud. Alright, so that's it for you. Solara, you are stunned. So you spend your turn just kind of shaking on the ground. You're still prone and stunned for this round, but you're no longer stunned. It only lasts 1 round, so now you're back to normal. You're just still prone. But you do lose your turn. Actually, it says you can't use actions or reactions. So I guess you could, if you want to, stand up, because you're prone right now. You could use your turn to stand up.
I'll stand up.
Okay. Actually, I think you might be able to use bonus actions. Let me read this again. If you have a bonus action on deck that you wanted to do. Can't move, can't speak. Let's see. It says can't take actions or reactions. So, you have a bonus action you want to take?
Nah, I'll save it. It's gonna stand up.
Okay.
I'll save it, yeah.
Alright, so you are up. And we are at Calliope.
How far away am I from it? Is it close to me right now?
It is close to all of you. 5, 10, 15, 20, about 25 feet.
Alright. I'm just gonna fly. I would fly up like 30 feet and then like back 30 feet. And then hover in the air.
Okay. Does flight give you a speed of 60 then? 60
Yeah.
feet? Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Alright.
I want to be up off the ground, but I also don't want to be like directly behind anybody if he does let in a row lightning strike again.
Yeah. So you want to move back like that way?
Yeah, I want to move back a little bit and then like into the air.
Let's say you can't see it, but you're on a spray bottle, 30 feet in the air. Okay.
Okay. And then I want to cast Fireball as a 5th level spell,
Yeah, you do.
which is a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Dexterity saving throw for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see the distance on that. Oh my gosh, why? Chrome, Google Chrome.
Google.
$20-foot radius. Okay, yeah, you're safe. You can definitely target to only hit the dang thing.
And since I'm evocation, I can protect the spell level plus like 1 person from being hurt or having to make the saving throw.
Gotcha. Okay. Either way, you're clear to miss everyone because it's a gargantuan creature. You're able to just blast it and only hit.
Perfect.
So is that 10d6 at a level 5 then?
Yes, if he fails it, it's 10d6, and then it's half as much damage
If he passes.
if he passes it.
Okay. What's your spell save DC?
A 17.
All right. Passes with a 23. Go ahead and
Ooh.
roll. Go ahead and roll 5d6 with fire.
Only 5?
Yep.
While she's rolling that, it does need to still be hard stop at 11 tonight, which means we're going to have to stop halfway through this.
Okay.
Do we want to later this week reconvene to either die or kill this guy? Do you guys have availability?
It's possible, or we can always just wait until next session to finish it. Depends what you guys want to do. But we should be able to get through one more round, especially since Xander and Xerxes missed their turn. It'll go shorter. So once Clyde gives me her number, Valdrik, you will be up. You're on deck.
15.
15. All right.
I don't like that he saved that. Very rude.
Yeah. Clappy flies backwards, shoots straight up, and finger ignites with fire as she points at the creature with her wand. Fire streaking through her fingers, up her wand and out as a fireball shoots, blasts this thing on its head. Only doing 15 damage though, as it's a squirrely little creature, missing most of the blast. Valdrik, you're up, top of the order.
Okay, sorry, I'm verifying something. Yeah, I would like to bonus action first, and then I will action.
Okay.
Valdrik, upon seeing Sevenfer get absolutely destroyed, is a little distraught. I'm going to use my Celestial Legacy ability of Radiant Soul. Two crazy golden lightning wings sprout out of my back, and I take up and into the sky above this thing. Or actually, I'd probably draw level with it. I want to look at it, and it's where I would assume eyes would be, which means I can deal extra radiant damage to it, equal to my... What is the bonus that it's equal to? Hang on. I just had it pulled up. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Equal to my proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Which is just a 4, but it's still extra damage. And then at level 5... No, at level 6, I'd like to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. So are you flying like 30 feet up?
Yeah, I'm just going 30 feet up.
Okay.
Yeah, guiding bolt.
Guiding Bolt!
Woo!
The number of times I've missed that move with Shadowheart. But I think that's because it's Shard. Less the Guiding Bolt, more the Shard.
Alright. So
Yeah, she misses on that guiding bolt a lot more than she
She
should.
really does.
She does. Ignis! Oh no, that's the other one.
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Yeah. Okay, so you fly up, and is it an automatic 4 radiant?
I'm gonna cast it at 5th, and it is... the damage increases by 1d6 for each spell slot above 1st. And it starts at 4d6.
Wait a minute, so from the wings that you sprout, you get damage equal to your proficiency bonus? Which is 4?
I'm sorry, yes, I get 4 just right off the bat.
4d6 or just 4?
Just 4, just the
Okay,
number 4.
and that's
I
just
do
an
4.
automatic?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so 4 radiant to start off, and then go ahead and cast your spell.
Charlotte, what would the math be on if it's a 5th level spell and I'm casting at 1d6 for each spell slot above 1st?
You get 4 extra d6.
So 5d6.
5d6 on top of the 4.
No, what
yeah.
spell is it? What spell is it?
It's Guiding Bolt, and it starts at 4d6. It's just its base.
Oh, then that'd be 9d. No. Yeah. No.
7. Wait.
Let's see.
8d6.
Oh my gosh.
Many numbers.
Hold on a
Because
second.
at first level you get 4d6,
Yes.
think
and then
it's
for
7,
and then you have
9d6.
4 extra levels on top, so that would be
Yeah.
8d6.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I can math.
So,
I
can't
have
choose
3
so-
degrees.
you could have told me
She was
anything, and I would have been
casting
like,
it as a 6th level spell though, so that's 5 levels on top of the
"Am I
first.
casting it at 6?
I thought you
Is
said
that
He
what
said
5th.
5th. He said
I'm
5th.
knocking that down to 5th because
Okay.
I want to save my 6th level spell slot just in case.
I could have sworn you said 6.
I probably did it first,
Which
but
is why I was like, no, but it is 5.
all right. Who wants to run math?
I got you.
All right.
So this is make a ranged spell attack first.
Like a
Before you roll.
ranged spell attack.
Yeah, you have to
What
hit
it-
first.
What would that be?
And also it's going to be at disadvantage because of the swirling winds that are
That's
blowing
weird.
all ranged attacks.
I'm casting with Dossloot though, so wouldn't he get disadvantage against my spell to begin with? So wouldn't that just cancel it out?
I think if it's a saving throw, right? Let me see DOS loot. Because this is just a straight attack.
Yeah, you just
But it's
attack and
spell.
add your probably your charisma bonus.
Charisma.
Yeah, charisma.
The Rizzler.
No.
Call me the Rizzler. Here we go.
I won't.
Yeah, it's a saving throw is made, so I'm straight shotting it.
Okay.
And you said it's at disadvantage against him?
Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to read this DOS loot. Sorry. Go ahead. Say, what did you say?
I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Yes.
You were correct. It's saving throws.
Okay. Yes.
So disadvantage. Okay. Advantage. Do I add anything to this?
Your ranged spell attack, your spell attack bonus, which would be charisma plus proficiency, I think.
5 plus 4, so 9.
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay. So that first one was a 19 plus 9.
Okay.
This one is a 14 plus 9 at my disadvantage.
All right. So result is a 23. 23 will hit. Go ahead and roll that 8d6.
Okay,
I got
are
you.
you ready?
Yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
34, right?
34.
Plus the 4 that I do, so 38.
Yep, I got that 4 in there as well. Okay, so
Tell me he takes radiant damage, and I didn't just.
I did radiant damage with my sword.
Ben had taken radiant, and it looked like that
He takes fire
sunblade. It looked like that sunblade was cutting through like butter, just like anything else. So you watch as Valdrik sprouts wings, golden wings from her back. She closes her eyes for a moment, opens them again, and golden beams are now just glowing from her eyeballs.
Call me Cyclops.
She floats up, rises up, and says some sort of verbal thing, and shoots out a guiding bolt of golden sun. It blasts this thing for 38 damage.
Probably say fuck you in Celestial.
Okay. It's going to take a legendary action.
It is because I said fuck you in Celestial.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Let's see. I wonder what I went to do. It's gonna do another screaming gale as it releases another blast of thunder and wind as you hear this creature just screech with this loud howling wind 10 times as much as if you were standing in the middle of a tornado. Gonna blast Anya and Solara. Probably its best bet. So Anya and Solara, I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw.
Four. Okay. It's a 17.
Okay.
Not as bad.
I have an 18. I know they're gonna fail.
Okay. Again, opportunity to add anything you want. any inspirations that you have that I hope you all are keeping track of.
Alright, I have a 23.
Okay.
I don't think I
Solara.
have anything. I
Okay.
think I have anything, yeah.
All right. Solara, you are going to take You fail, and you're going to take 22 points of thunder damage and get thrown another 60 feet.
Oh no.
Can I silvery barbs her?
What is that's a reaction, right?
Yeah.
Read that again.
You magically distract the triggering creature and its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must roll the d20 and use a lower roll. You can then choose yourself or a creature in range. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack, roll, ability check, or saving throw it makes within 1 minute.
Sounds like you can. Let me read that again. I got lost there in the reading.
I also have a reaction I'd like to use when you get a chance, Chris.
Okay.
This is what happens. We've all gotten too good at D&D, and now we all know our characters too well. It's all reactions from here on out.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it's a spell. I
I've
can't
got
counter.
Yeah, I have this
spells.
ability I have not been playing that I should have been playing this whole time.
I'm gonna be rereading
So.
through all of my stuff this week and writing down the stuff that I've missed.
Trust me with that Celestial Legacy move. I was flipping through my DOS stuff, and I was like, I have this thing. I have a thing that I can do.
I love that you have wings.
Yeah, I like that.
So this would be targeted at a creature that you can see succeeds on an attack, ability, or saving throw. So it's not the two. I guess the only one in this situation who would be succeeding would be Anya. So that the only person you could cast this on would be Anya, and you could cause her to re-roll the d20, and use the lower roll. Still
Can't
keep her.
use it on the Tempest.
No, because it's not. The Tempest isn't succeeding on any attack roll or ability check or saving throw.
Well then, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, baby, you're gonna have to
Uncooked.
take that hit.
Yeah.
Uncooked.
So you fly back another 60 feet, taking 1d6. I didn't put any rocks over there. Lucky you. But you are going to take another 9 bludgeoning damage from being thrown back, and now you're knocked prone again.
I'm not knocked prone though, right?
No.
Since I saved
You
it.
made your saving throw. Did I give you your total?
I assumed 11.
22 thunder, and yeah, you would take 11. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's thunder.
Can I take my reaction? Are you?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Okay, so I have this ability called Eldritch Strike.
Yeah, you do.
What I would like to cast is I would like to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Yes!
Which happens when I'm being damaged by a creature within 60 feet that you can see. Point your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10. But hold on, wait. I'm going to cast it at 2nd level, so it's going to be 3d10. But I have this ability called Eldritch Strike. At 10th, I learned to make my weapon strike undercut a creature's resistance to your spells. When you hit a creature with the weapon attack, that creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against a spell you cast before the end of your next turn. So he has to roll the saving throw at disadvantage.
That's fucking funny.
So the disadvantage was imposed on your last turn when you hit it? Okay.
And then until the end of my next turn, it has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against the spell I cast.
Okay, so it has disadvantage, and if it fails, it takes what? 3? You said
3d10 fire damage.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Rolling at disadvantage. What's your spell save DC?
16.
Okay. I rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
However, if I fail a saving throw, I can choose to succeed instead with one of my legendary resistances.
Hate that.
So, but you burned one.
Hate that. But he still takes half damage, so.
Okay, so
let
it
me
takes
roll
half
it.
then. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, so you burned one of its 3 legendary resistances, which I have noted.
Okay. So, let's see. So I rolled a 15, so it takes half rounded up or rounded down.
Rounded down always. So 7.
Okay, so it takes 7.
All right. 7 fire.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to take its turn now. I did not recharge my lightning storm, so he has no choice but then to do a thunderous slam twice.
Oh.
He's going to stay right there and attempt to swat Valdrik out of the sky. Valdrik, does a 26 hit you?
I mean, yeah, is this an
When you put it
attack
that
roll?
way. Yes, it is.
I would like to use lucky.
Okay. How so?
I would like to force him to re-roll that attack against me.
Okay. Mark down one of your charges of lucky. And this is a feat you took instead of an ability score increase during one of your levels? Okay. With the new roll, it's an 18 to hit?
My armor class is an 18.
That hits.
God,
Oh.
It does hit.
that's so infuriating. Okay, yeah.
I'll,
Can I only cast shield on myself?
what's the spell say?
Hey, look.
Oh, you look that up.
I hate the sound of him rolling dice. He's
I
so
actually-
aggressive.
I actually rolled pretty bad on the dice roll.
Oh,
Yeah, I think shield
It
is
is.
just for you, Calliope.
it's only for you.
Ability.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
dang. 18 points of thunder damage as a small black cloud comes billowing towards you and just boom, shakes you to your core as you're flying, and you kind of stumble in midair, but you don't get thrown. You just take 18 thunder.
18.
I will say I rolled for my attack, my disadvantage, I rolled a 2 plus 16. Basically,
Plus
meaning
16 is a crazy ad.
it is. And it has a second attack. It has a second attack that it is going to now do on Anya because it did not like the Sunblade. So it tries to swat you out of the sky, and another thundering, billowing cloud comes down on you, Anya. 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. This one's going to be for 26 thunder damage.
Oof. Okay, I'm under 100 hit points now.
Oh no.
I know. At 93.
That is its turn, though. It used both of its Thunder Slam attacks as well as its legendary actions, so it's done for the round. Anya, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna slice and dice.
I know we're 10 minutes past, but we got 3 more to get through, and then we'll be at the end of the round. Good stopping point. Go ahead and slice the dice.
19 to hit.
19 will hit. Barely
Is that a
hit.
CC? Okay.
A 17 missed. 19 hits, I'll put it that way.
Okay. 20 damage.
20
With
damage.
my first attack.
Okay.
Second attack, 30 to hit.
Yep.
16 damage.
Okay.
And a 20 to hit.
Yep.
16 damage again.
Okay.
And that's it.
Anya gets slammed by this black cloud, and all you guys can see is this 2 foot long beam of gold just start slicing again. Another 3 strikes, making purchase, and some of the wings you're just slicing through, and the wings are falling off in a feathery explosion of just black and feather. This thing is getting cut down with just, instead of blood pouring out, it's just black clouds pouring out of its sides, and now it's just reeking and stenching of just blackness. It's screeching once again, but not looking good. Solara, you're up.
Let's see, I am just prone again, right? So I'm just on the ground.
You are, and you got thrown way over there. So
Just laying down,
You know,
right? Just taking a nap.
I'm just gonna. What really can I do? I'm just gonna stay here, honestly. I'm like, can I cast maybe like Cure Wounds on myself?
you can. You sure can.
Okay. Alright. I'll cast Cure Wounds then at a second level on myself.
Okay.
I'm so close to have like 9 hit points. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your health.
So 2d8. Oh, nice. I have 8 on the first one.
Nice.
Fine.
And do you want to stand up?
13. Oh yeah, I guess I'll stand up.
Okay.
I thought about just laying there.
Yeah.
Actually,
You're-
I'm gonna lay here.
You're pretty much right.
Yes, I lay here.
You got thrown and slid on your back, taking that 9 bludgeoning. Some of it just scrapes from the ground. And you actually slid right under Calliope, who's 30 feet directly above you. You stand back
hey.
up and pat yourself up. Speaking
Okay.
of which, Calliope, you are up.
I'm gonna cast. Wait. Yes. I'm gonna cast Ice Storm on it.
Okay.
It's a dexterity saving throw. A hail of rock hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range. A creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage on a failed save, on a successful one.
Nice. Okay. Range 300 feet. Hello. Okay,
And
so I have
obviously,
to
I'm
make
I'm protecting anybody who's in range to be hit with this.
Okay. Yeah, you should be clear with its width. It's not too crazy for 20-foot radius. But what level are you casting this at? Just 4th or?
Yeah, just a 4th level.
Okay. So here's
I only have 1/5 level left.
Dex saving throw is going to be a total of 28. So it succeeds. But go ahead and roll 2d8, 4d6, and then have it.
Okay. So that's 12, 4d6, so that'd be 6 damage.
Okay.
Ooh. I forget those. 8. 14, and then 7 for the 2d8.
Okay. Calliope, how do you want to do this?
Oh.
It's the Calliope
Yes,
season.
Calliope.
It's the Calliope show this season,
Yes.
You did it!
Yeah. I think I'm standing back there. I'm pulling like a storm moment where
You're
I'm floating in the air with my arms out towards it, concentrating, and just bringing a shit ton of hail down on top of it.
Yep. Yeah, Storm says her little catchphrase. Do you know what happens to toads when they, in a thunderstorm? They get electrocuted like everyone else or whatever. Some weird. But anyways, she is floating, eyes turning bright blue with thundery glow as you just cast this spikes of ice just come shooting down from the sky and just piece it, putting holes in this serpentine as it starts flailing, screaming, just screaming and screaming. All the feathery wings are getting caught in the storm and feathers going everywhere. And within a brief moment of 6 seconds, just nothing but cloud and dust and blackness fall to the ground from this
You
creature.
fucking did it, Mina.
Was mostly Anya, but I will take the kill shot.
It's usually
It
how
always
goes.
happens. Yeah, I was like, that's
Yeah.
like,
Sometimes you kill things
That's
before
usually
we
how it
even get
goes.
there.
that's true.
And I know it was, 20 minutes-ish over time, but worth it. I figured we're close.
Got
Like
through it.
we finish it off. So good job, ladies. You defeated the Elder Tempest. I will say, when I was rolling health for this, I rolled very, very low for its health. So I rolled 29 under par, I'll say.
Okay. Could have been a lot worse, is what I'm hearing.
Could have been. It could have been
This stuff's been
like 60
horrible.
health more, but I rolled very
Yeah.
low.
It's
And
not 93 hit points left. We were fine.
yeah, you
We're
guys. Like, this was like.
Fine.
They're telling me this thing's a challenge rating 23. Which means you all, with divided by 5, because you had the help from another NPC who's a good level, same level as you guys-ish. You guys are still pulling 10,000 XP each from this. So go ahead and mark that off. 10k each.
10?
50k for this thing.
That levels me.
I
Probably.
might level. I need
Probably.
to look. That's
And
78.
I'm trying to read, like, did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. I was using its Screaming Gale for legendary action every turn. And I was
Getting
hitting it.
wrecked,
I was hitting
personally.
I was hitting at least 2 of you in that. I used Lightning
Lara
Storm,
laid
which
on the
hit
ground.
all of you.
If I lay here.
Yeah, you were just taking a battle nap for us all.
Yeah. That's
Oh
fine.
no. Fuck.
Well, good to know.
That's
You guys
85,
can
not
easily
78.
piece up an Elder Tempest. That is good to know. I think they over leveled that thing.
If I just lay here.
What's your XP info?
122,738.
How do you 9,000 more XP than me?
Maybe
You're
I've been
at
hitting
level
my
13.
quest marks.
You'll level
I
up
hit my quest
and your
marks.
proficiency goes up to 5. That's
Okay.
crazy.
That was
I'm
fun.
almost
Until
level
next
11.
week, I'm gonna go now.
You got your 10k written?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I got my 10k.
Cool. Does it level?
No. Nar.
Okay.
I got a while.
That's alright. The 10k will get
I
you
wish
closer.
it was a level.
What's
Yeah.
the next level cap? After
Bye.
13, you know?
Bye-bye. I like how I used a dirty rag for this Elder Tempest that I pulled out of my butt mere hours ago.
Let me look. Level 14's at 140,000.
Dang.
So another 20,000 XP on top.
That was...
Chris, are you capping us at 20 levels combined?
No. 20 level per class. Once you reach level
That's
20...
what I
Are
was
you
assuming, too.
serious?
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh.
assuming.
Like once Calliope reaches level 20 of Wizard, you can start multi-classing. Or you can multi-class earlier. I don't cap.
I mean,
I cap at
as long
20
as I
for,
did.
per class. So you can only reach 20
Okay.
on a class. So
Like,
basically
you'll
infinite,
only
like
know
Mama and Dad are.
spells.
Mama and Dad are like 30 or 40s.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Drake is like a 16, 12, and 9 or something.
Yep.
Which brings him
Sounds
to
alright.
like something crazy like 39.
Yeah, I need to look into what I'd want to multi-class as with the wizard. I'm really close to taking like a paladin or something so that I can hit things when I can't use my spells.
Mm.
I'm
Yeah.
still like, I'm so determined to make it through Bard all the way.
It just seems like a lot of work to try to remember all the stuff when I'm struggling with wizards. So
Or Wizbarian.
I really don't get anything at 15th level for Bard. I didn't gain any spell slots. I gave one more level 6 spell.
that's nice.
Would it be a Wizbarian or a Barbizard?
Barbizzy sounds
For a-
excellent,
A
but
Barbarian and a Wizard multi-class. Barbizard sounds awesome.
Barbizard.
Wizard.
Never been done before in D&D history. You're getting D6 for hit dice for one class, and then D12 for another.
I got the lowest health. I have like
Ridiculous.
43 health right now. and I only got
You only
hit
have
once.
43 health? That's your max?
I got. No, my max is 69.
Hey,
Okay.
nice.
But that's my max.
I'm
I guess-
159.
What were you guys left
you said
with?
that before, and I was like, you suck. You're great, but you suck at the same time.
That's why I made a beeline straight forward, and it hit me almost every single attack was towards me, except for like one against
Valdrik,
Like,
what
all
So
was,
of us.
that's exactly how it should be.
Valdrik, what were
I
you
got-
left with?
Down to 93.
Health-wise?
Yeah.
My health is at 101 at level 12, but I dropped by 18, so 80 some odd.
Oh, you only lost 18 in that whole combat?
Yeah.
You focused.
And my heart with it.
Yeah.
That was mean.
Solara took a lot of damage. I
Uh,
think
Solara
she did.
took a lot
She
of
got
fucking
tossed
damage.
around. She got tossed around like a rag doll. She got thrown back, stood
Like
back
the
up,
whole-
It was
and
genuinely
then
like
got tossed
playing
again.
with Shart and just
Yeah.
watching her ass get thrown every which way and being just like, I guess you're gonna spend
You know
this
what's
turn
funny?
standing up, babe.
Is that happens, but I've also had so many fights where it's just been me and Shart at the end of it. Astarian's fallen, Karlak's on the fucking ground.
Every game I play,
Astarian
everybody
dies.
attacks Bard Starian. I don't know why. He can do no attacks at all, and they'll still turn and be like, fuck you in
He's
particular.
out
I'm
there
like,
saying
ah.
the craziest shit to them, though, for his cutting words. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, he says some unhinged
Oh,
stuff.
gods, it hurts!
And then he just gets dropped. And that's with, like, I gave him the crazy, Light of Lathander ability on his, whatever his fucking mace he's got. So once
Oh,
he
he
drops
has
once,
the blood of Lathander?
yeah, he can revive, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I gave that
Because
to
then
Shart.
immediately they turn and they hit him again, and then he's dead. And I'm like, okay, leave Bard
Dang.
Starian alone! What is
Yeah.
he doing? He's just dancing in a corner, playing Bard dance, and you're
I
out here
changed
killing him.
Shadowheart's domain, and it's going so much better now.
Good.
And I just automatically do the spirit guardians around me and spiritual weapons in the first round. So if anyone gets close, they automatically take damage.
I must sleep.
Yeah,
Yes.
I work at 6.
Well, what a
Love.
great combat session. You guys made quick work. The flurry of the Sunblade was tough.